It looks like Valve has some major changes coming for the CS2 Armory, including the fact that they're getting ready to start allowing the community to submit items and skins for it. You know, that could be featured within a coming update, plus info on how these people would be compensated, because of course they're gonna get paid for it just like anyone else who gets their skin or skins accepted into a case or something. It's a bit exciting, but before I get into all the details, I gotta pay rent, so let me give a shout out to today's video sponsor, SkinsMonkey. SkinsMonkey is hands down one of the best bot trading sites you can use with Counter-Strike skins. Say you want to upgrade some of your current skins to get something better, this would be the perfect site to do that with. You can also straight up buy skins too, and with their 35% deposit bonus plus my code, it gives anyone quite a nice balance to work with. There's even free giveaways you can enter and rewards for completing simple tasks on the site. Get started with a free $5 using my link in the description below. Now keep in mind, what we're talking about here in this video right now, this is what Valve is actively working on. This is not like a leak or something that we're just assuming could happen. We know that because of this tweet right here that Gabe Follower put out on February 18th, 2025 that states, new workshop agreement for CS2 introduces a new compensation model for items accepted into the Armory. By accepting the new terms, you agree to allow Valve to add your item to the Armory. In return, you'll receive a per diem payment for each day your item is available in the Armory. This per diem payment replaces any revenue share or other compensations described in the workshop supplemental terms. Previously, workshop contributors received a percentage of sales, not a fixed fee, similar to the payments from community maps. With that, he also did tweet out this image here too, which you can see if you stop and pause the video right here, because I don't want to have to go through and read all of this. It's basically describing what's going to show up for community creators or contributors who submit an item to the Steam Workshop. They basically have to agree to this as well as understand it before they do so. What this means though is not only are there going to be more community skins allowed into the game via the Armory Pass, via the CS2 Armory, because this is obvious that they're going to be making more changes to it in the coming future. Who knows how soon that's going to be, but they're going to be supposedly using community skins for that. And if you do happen to be one of those community creators who has a skin pick that's added into the Armory, those people would receive compensation or payment through like a fixed daily amount. Basically an amount that adds up every day their items in the Armory, they would get that at the end or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how they would do the payout, but yeah, basically the longer your items in the Armory, the more money a creator would get. Something interesting too, I do want to point out with this that someone commented and it's gotten a little bit of attention, is the fact that some people think that this almost sounds like because they're doing this, they're gonna phase out the quote-unquote case model, meaning there's not gonna be any new cases coming to the game. But here's the thing, cases make Valve way too much money for them to just straight up abandon it and then overall replace it with the Armory. The Armory does not make nearly as much profit or even revenue for them as anything close to 1 or 2 cases have been. It's exactly why Jesus replies to this basically saying, no, that's not gonna happen. But I figured I'd throw this in the video as well because I do know some people are probably gonna think that. So just to be clear, this has nothing to do with cases. This would be specifically affecting only the Armory and adding on top of cases. Anyways though, my point for talking about this is, while it's not a direct announcement from Valve, it is proof that community skins are going to be allowed into the Armory. And again, like I said, whether they update the Armory tomorrow or within the coming months, it simply means that Valve can have more options for skins. I won't lie, thinking about a lot of this, it most likely has a lot to do with that limited time item. You know, the limited edition item, what the Deagle heat treated was before they removed it from the game. Most likely they're doing this change so that community featured skins can be used as that featured item, that limited time special item. And to be honest, that would make a lot of sense, knowing how slow Valve can be with stuff. If we leave it up to them specifically to design and use skins that they've created, if I had to guess, Armory updates would be very, very, very rare. But letting the community make this kind of stuff, well, it does seem like, oh yeah, Valve's just lazy and money hungry. They want to take money from basically not their work. But at the same time, we also do know how Valve claims to be a small indie dev company and does not hire very many people or third-party sources to even do work on CS. So I mean, there is pros and cons for that. But the other interesting thing to think about here is we could also have community-made skins for the rest of the items that are in the Armory, if and when those are ever swapped out. We could get things like community-made charms, for example, and while they wouldn't be a limited time, limited special edition item, we might very well possibly see in the next major update for the Armory, or the next iteration of the Armory, whatever they might want to call it, of course, not only a new limited edition skin, but also a community-made charms collection, of course, community-made stickers, maybe even patches, of course, other skin collections, and who knows, there could even be more to that, or even plus maybe like a new type of item or something, I don't know. It gives a lot of possibilities. That's the exciting thing about this. From the vibe I'm getting, this seems to be what Valve wants for CS, specifically the Armory. Make everything community-based and we'll pay the creators, we'll compensate the creators based off of what they're doing. This whole change is basically a major incentive for workshop creators and just people in the community who like skins to go out there, try making a skin, or of course for those who already do know how to make skins really well, make more, so that Valve, all they have to do is technically just add them to the game and we'll potentially get more updates. I know some people aren't going to like that, and they've already been getting some negative comments on different tweets and whatnot talking talking about this info, but that's also why they're talking about the whole compensation thing. They want to make sure creators know that they're gonna get paid for the work that they're supposedly getting accepted into the game. It does mean you're not gonna get paid if you create a bunch of skins and they never get accepted to the game, but at the same time, none of that stuff is making money, so it also makes sense. Anyways, though, to wrap all of this up, it's a small change we're talking about here, but it's gonna have a very, very big effect on the CS community, a bunch of skin creators, and honestly, the armory and the game itself as a whole. And it really does make me excited for what could be coming in the future, because this opens a lot more possibilities than there already were. Now we just gotta get Valve moving a little bit faster. Anyways, if you did make it this far in the video, definitely make sure you guys drop a like, and of course, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, now whatever video is showing up on your screen, the YouTube algorithm thinks you might like, so do me a favor and check it out.